Remember, it's your responsibility to expect this to be a great day. You know, we often hear trainers and coaches talk about the value of being responsible for different areas of your life, and we often also talk about the ability to own things, whether that be material or your direction. But there's one area of personal planning that I often see overlooked and seldom talked about in the same sentences as ownership or responsibility. And that's in the area of your most common and most constant interactions, those people you interact with most. Many trainers and coaches and mentors will tell you that if you want a glimpse of your future, if you want to see where you will be in the next 5 to 7 years, just take the average of the 5 to 6 people you interact with most, and there you will be. And that includes that socioeconomic status, their values and goals, their general level of happiness. All of these things tend to be normalized out in the small group that you relate to and interact with and share with and are a part of most. So people will tell you this is something that you need to take ownership of. And this is something you need to at least know you are responsible for. This is a group that you can control. Now, we're not prescribing that you disown family and friends and business acquaintances that are obviously bad for you. But what we're going to suggest instead is that as you monitor that group and filter that group as you can, when you can, that's one of the powers of augmenting that group with the voice and the ideas and the philosophies of other people. That's why listening to audio tapes or training or videos, going to seminars, that's why forming a mastermind, that's why organizing a group of people that you know 100% is good for you is so critical. If for nothing else, you just may need that group to counterbalance that other group that you were a part of that you're going to remain a part of because of the close ties. So it is very important that you take control, take ownership and responsibility for this group of people that you interact with most. The example I like to give actually is from a different area of study, thermodynamics. You know, I like to ask people to explain what happens when you take ice cubes and you drop them into boiling water. What happens when you take ice cubes and you drop them into boiling water? And most people will immediately say, well, the ice will melt. And that's true. But what also happens is that the water cools off just a little bit. That energy transfer goes both ways. And although these are two substances made of the same thing, their energy levels are completely different. But when they mix, energy goes both ways. The water obviously water cools down a little bit, and the ice obviously heats up. And through the course of that, something can actually be transformed. In this case, the ice will disappear. So my point is this: when you interact with other people, it's like the ice in the boiling water. In different people, you're different. Sometimes you're ice, sometimes you're boiling water, but all the time, energy is going to flow both ways. So if you hang around people that never read and don't see the value in reading, you will read less and stop reading. If you hang around people that think it's okay to be mean and hateful towards other people, over time, you will adopt some of those exact same perspectives. Boiling ice, folks. That's a great metaphor to carry around in our heads when we choose to take ownership over our inner circle and we choose to be responsible for those people whose ideas and insights and philosophies we share with most. Interesting, possibly powerful thought that might give you the insights into creating a pretty good day.